Welcome back to our YouTube channel Aman Codes. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about transfer flow statements. So in previous episode, we have completed with that looping statements. So today we are going to see what is transfer flow statements. So the purpose of transfer flow statements is that to change the control of PVM from a part of program to another part of program. So in order to change the control of the PVM from one part of program to another part of program, we are using this transfer flow statements. So in Python, we have four transfer flow statements. They are break, continue, pass, return. So the first statement is break statement. So break is a keyword. Break keyword must be used always inside the loops. This break and continue must and should used inside the loops only. Otherwise, we are getting this syntax error. See, break statements must be used always inside the loops, otherwise we get syntax error. So why we are using the break? So the purpose of break statement is that to terminate the execution of loops logically when certain condition is satisfied and PVM controls come out of that corresponding loop and executes other statements which are present in the program. So whenever a certain condition is going to be satisfied, at that time, in order to terminate the execution of loop, we are using these break statements. That time, PVM control is going to come out from that corresponding loop and executes other statements. No execution of loop after break statement occurs. This is the purpose of break statements. So I'm concluding that. So the purpose of break statements is that in order to terminate the execution of loop, when certain condition becomes satisfied, so then the flow is going to come out from that corresponding loop and executes other statements which are present in the program. No execution of loop is going to be happen after that break statement. So when break statement plays inside the for loop or while loop, PVM will not execute that corresponding else block because loop is not becoming false. See, when we use this break statement, the condition is not going to become false. Whenever the break statement is occurs, that time it is not going to execute that loop also, right? So that is the reason there is no becoming false of that loop, right? Whenever we use break statement, if we are mentioned else block, that else block is not going to be executed, but it executes other statements. That else block is only not going to be executed. Other statement is going to be executed successfully. So this is about explanation of break statements. So let's see the syntax. Syntax number one, for variable name in iterable object indentation symbol, after that one tab space, then we have to mention if test condition indentation symbol, then break other statements which are present in the program. When we use this break, it should be inside the loops only, right? So yes, we are used here for loop. Inside that for loop, we are mentioned break. We have mentioned one text condition also. So what we declared here, see, when certain condition is going to be satisfied, then it is going to terminate the loop, execution of loop, right? So that is the reason we are used if test condition. So this is a test condition. When this test condition is going to be satisfied, then break is going to be happen. Then it is going to come out from the loop and executes other statements which are present in the loop. So this is the flow. So the syntax number two, by using while loop, while test condition one and other statements, then same if test condition two and break. Whenever this test condition 2 satisfies, break is going to be applicable. It is going to terminate the loop. Then it is not going to execute the loop. After that, it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program, right? This is all about the syntax and explanation of break statement. So let us discuss the practical examples of what is break statement. So now I'm opening PyCharm. See here. So now I'm creating new file, that is break statement example1.py. The question is like this. So program to demonstrate break statements. So how the break is going to be happen, I'm going to explain here. By using loops, we are going to see here. I'm going to declare yes is equals to Python. So now I'm going to declare yes is equals to Python and I'm going to use for loop. See here. For ch in yes, for ch in yes. So now I'm going to print that ch. See here ch, and I'm going to print like this. So I want that in one line. That is the reason I have mentioned here print of ch comma end is equals to double quotes. Now I'm going to declare this else block and I'm going to declare like this print of in the new line. It going to print like this. I'm from the else block of for loop. So I'm declaring like this. I'm from the else block of for loop, right? Now I'm going to execute this program. See here. First of all, understand, try to understand. So by using loops, we are did the output is Python and else block is also executed. See here. So in next line, I am from else block of loop has been executed and this line is also executed. See here. So in output, we got this line, right? So I want output as Pythn. So I want the output like this Pythn. Then what I should have to do? I have to use the transfer flow statements. So with using indexes and slicing also we can do that. So I don't want to use that indexing and slicing. Then how can we do? So the one thing we have that is break statement. See here, I'm going to use like this print of one line and I'm going to mention like this. So by using break statement and here I'm going to do like this ch in yes I'm going to declare one test condition. If ch is equals to like this Wo, then it should be capital, right? So if ch is equals to wo, then must and should break it. After that, try to print it. Now I'm going to print like this. Print of that ch and like this. So after that I'm going to declare else part. See here, else of print. I'm from else block of break statement I'm going to use. And then I'm going to give one line. This is normal program by using break. So try to understand this program. I'm going to execute this program. See here, we got by using loops total Python we got, else block is also executed up to this. Now by break statement is going to be like this. So I want the output like this pyth only. It is not continue statement, right? It is not going to skip the iteration. It is going to terminate the loop. The output is going to be pyth. Whenever this O is occurred in this ch, then try to break, in the sense that time not execute that loop and come out from the loop and execute else part. The else part is not executing because iterable object contains elements, right? So that is the reason loop is not going to be false. So that is the reason else block is not going to be executed. So that point we are declared in the explanation, whenever we use break in the loops, the else part is not going to be executed because the condition is not going to become false, right? So the output is going to be pyth, right? So this is the demonstration of break statement. When we use break statement, when we want to get output like this pyth without using indexing and slicing, at that time we have to use one statement only, that is break statement. So the next program is I'm going to explain like this. Now I'm going to create one new file program to check whether given number is a prime number or not. So I'm going to declare n is equals to integer I want to read, input of enter an integer value to check it is prime or not. So now I'm going to accept like this, enter an integer value to check it is prime or not. So user entered value is going to store n if n less than or equals to 1. So if n less than or equals to 1, then try to do this thing. Print of invalid input slash t invalid input. If that if is going to be false, then else is going to be executed. In this else part, I'm going to mention the program like this. I'm going to take one result variable r is equals to true. I'm going to take, see here, for ch in range of 2 comma n. So I'm going to take one variable name called ch. That ch in the range of 2 comma n, I'm going to do this thing. So if n percentile ch is equals to 0, then that time you are going to do break. So before the break statement, I'm going to use r is equals to false. Then I'm going to declare break, and after that use if else, if result colon, then print it is prime, and in else situation it is not going to be prime number. Now I'm going to execute this program. See, it is asking to enter an integer value to check it is prime or not. I'm going to enter 4. So 4 is not prime, right? I'm going to re-execute again and I'm going to enter 2. 2 is a prime number, right? Now I'm going to re-execute again. I'm going to enter 7. So 7 is a prime number, right? Enter 11. 11 is a prime number. I'm going to enter 13. 13 is also a prime number. I'm going to enter 67. So it is a prime number. Next, I'm going to enter 56. So 56 is not prime number, right? So like that, if I try to enter 5, it is prime. So if I try to enter 6, it is not prime. See here, if I try to enter 8 also, not prime, right? So this is about the break statements where we are going to be used. So this is all about break statements. So that's all for today's episode. I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Aman Coach. Thank you so much for watching.